You lean across the counter, smile, say the word you practiced on the plane, and the shopkeeper's face goes flat. You just called a stranger twice your age by the word you'd use for a child. She is too polite to correct you. You will keep doing it for the next 3 weeks, in every shop, to every driver, to the grandmother who runs your guest house. 5 phrases. Every traveler in Indonesia reaches for them on day 1. Most of us get them slightly wrong in ways locals notice and never mention. Here are the 5, the way they are actually said, and the small fix on each one that changes how people answer you back. Most travelers think the problem is vocabulary. It isn't. The 5 phrases you already know are the right phrases. What trips you up is the tiny stuff around them. Which version of you picked. Whether the vowel landed flat or English bent. Whether the greeting matched the clock on the wall. Indonesians won't correct any of that. They'll just answer you a little more carefully, a little more politely, and a little less like a peer. The fix is not learning more words. It's adjusting the 5 you've already got. Bahasa Indonesia is, on paper, one of the easier languages to start speaking. No tones. No verb conjugation in the way English does it. The alphabet is the one you already use. So travelers arrive thinking pronunciation barely matters and word choice barely matters, because the grammar is so forgiving. Here is what is actually going on underneath. Indonesian vowels are short, clean, and the same every time. English vowels slide around. We stretch them, we glide them, we stress one syllable and swallow the others. When you say an Indonesian word with English mouth shapes, the listener hears a word they have to decode, not a word they recognize. They will get there. But the warmth of the exchange drops half a degree, and the word choice part. Indonesian carries social distance in tiny grammatical choices that English just doesn't make. Pick the wrong pronoun and you have, without meaning to, told a stranger something about how you see them. They will not flinch. They will simply file it. 5 phrases. Here is each one, the common slip and the fix. 1. The greeting. Selamat pagi in the morning. Selamat siang in the middle of the day. Selamat sore in the late afternoon. Selamat malam in the evening. Travelers pick one, usually Selamat pagi, and use it all day. The fix. Glance at your phone before you walk in. Before 11, pagi. 11 to about 3, siang. 3 to sunset, sore. After dark, malam. On selamat itself, the slip is stressing the first syllable like an English speaker would. It is flatter than that. Selamat, with the middle syllable carrying the weight, and every vowel short. Get the right one for the right hour, and the person behind the counter visibly relaxes. 2. Thank you. Terima kasih. The slip is 2 things at once. People say terima kasih, stretching the vowels English style, and they drop the H at the end of kasih because English doesn't pronounce trailing H's. Indonesian does. The fix. Short vowels, even stress across the syllables, and a soft but real H at the end. Terima kasih. The H is barely there, but it is there. If someone says it back to you and you can hear the H, that is the target. 3. The you problem. And this is the one the hook opened on. There are several words for you in Indonesian, and the 2 travelers reach for are kamu and anda. Kamu is informal, for friends, for children, for people clearly younger than you in a casual setting. Anda is formal, written with a capital A, used in business and with strangers you want to show respect to. The slip is using kamu with everyone because a phrasebook taught it first. With a shopkeeper twice your age, with a driver, with the woman running your guest house, kamu lands like calling a stranger buddy. The fix. With anyone older than you, anyone in a service role, anyone you have just met, use anda. Better still, and this is what locals actually do, skip the pronoun entirely. Mau kemana? Where are you going? Has no you in it at all. Indonesian lets you drop the pronoun and the sentence still works. When in doubt, drop it. 4. Please, tolong. The slip is treating it like the English please, tacking it onto the end of a sentence as a politeness sprinkle. Tolong actually means closer to help or kindly do this for me. and it goes at the front of the request, not the end. Tolong panggil taksi, kindly call a taxi, not panggil taksi tolong. The fix. Put tolong first, then the thing you are asking for. And on the word itself, the O's are round and short, not the long English O. Tolong, both syllables clean. 5. No. Tidak. The slip is using it for everything you want to decline, including food and drink offered to you, where it can land as blunt. Indonesians soften refusals. For declining an offer politely, tidak, terima kasih, no thank you, together as one phrase, almost always. Tidak alone, on its own, sounds curt. The fix? Parrot. Never just tidak, always tidak terima kasih, with a small smile. On pronunciation, the K at the end is barely pronounced, more of a stop than a sound. Tidak, with the throat closing where the K would be. Travelers who say a hard tidak sound like they are reading it off a card. That is the 5. Right word, right vowel, right pairing. She walks into a small shop in Ubud around 4 in the afternoon. The owner looks up, a woman, maybe 60. Selamat sore, she says, right greeting for the hour. The owner smiles, says it back. Already different from the trip's first week when it was selamat pagi at every hour, and the smiles were polite but thinner. She picks up a sarong, holds it up, asks the price. The owner names a number. She wants to think about it. Old version of this, she'd have said tidak and walked out. This time she pairs it, tidak, terima kasih, together with the small smile. The owner nods, no temperature drop. 2 minutes later she changes her mind and comes back. She wants the shop to hold it while she gets cash. Tolong goes at the front. Tolong simpan, kindly hold this. She doesn't say you at all. Drops the pronoun, the way the step covered. The owner laughs once, says yes, and from that moment treats her like someone who has been in the country longer than she has. She gets 2 of the 5 slightly wrong on the way out. The H on kasih goes missing. The K on tidak comes out too hard. The owner does not say a word about it. She just answers a little more warmly than she did 3 minutes ago. One small thing still ahead. The bit on screen in the next section is the part to actually screenshot. Pronunciation guides written the way an English speaker can read them at the counter, not the way a linguist would write them. That is the page that goes in your camera roll. Here are the 5 with simple pronunciation, the way you would read them off your phone. Selamat pagi. Good morning. Swap the second word for siang, sore, or malam, depending on the hour, the way the greeting step laid out. Terima kasih. Thank you. Short vowels, soft H at the end. Anda, the formal you. Use it with anyone older or anyone in a service role. Or drop the pronoun entirely, which is what the step recommended. Tolong. Please, in the sense of kindly, goes at the front of the request. Tidak, terima kasih. No thank you, said as one phrase. This is the pairing from the 5th step. 5 phrases. That is the whole working set for the first week. Here is the version you screenshot. Match the greeting to the hour. Pronounce the H on kasih. Use anda or drop the pronoun. Put tolong at the front. Pair tidak with terima kasih. Keep the vowels short and even. That is the whole video on one screen. You now know the 5 phrases every traveler in Indonesia reaches for. The small thing each one needs, and why the grandmother at the guest house will answer you differently from tomorrow morning on. Indonesia is unusually generous to travelers who try the language, even badly. The 5 fixes just move you from being tried and forgiven to being tried and met halfway, which is a different trip. If you want to go further than 5 phrases, there's a video I made on the best ways to actually learn some Bahasa Indonesia before your trip, including a lazy method most travelers have never heard of. The card for it is on the right of the screen now. Tap that one.